Hey friends, it's day 20, I can't believe it, 20 of the prostate cancer radiation report. I've made it this far, definitely over the hump on the downhill here and excited about what's happening. The radiation went fine today other than some extreme sense of urgency. So today was the day that I thought I was gonna pee on the table, but I didn't. But I almost did. Anyway, hey, I wanted to just thank everybody for everything they've been doing for me, reaching out, all the things. And I know many of you are aware that I have a GoFundMe campaign designed to kind of write a little bit about my story and a book about adversity and to get the funding to publish, distribute, and edit and all the things with that book. And I thought today might be a good day to share an excerpt from that book for you, just to let you know I am making headway. One of the things I committed to do during radiation was to write 1,000 words every day. So I want to just share at least the first rough draft, not grammatically checked yet or anything like that, but just the first rough draft of the introduction to the book. So I'm just going to read that to you and hopefully you can get something from it. The adversity you are facing, your pain, your suffering, your grief, your diagnosis, relational dysfunctions, or financial loss may be trying to kill you, but it was never meant to kill you. This book is ultimately about using the disruption and unwanted experiences that life brings to make us better than we were before. In the 1970s, there was an iconic television show called The $6 Million Man. As a young boy, I loved this show. In the opening credits, you see the catastrophic injuries and plane crash of NASA pilot Steve Austin, played by Lee Majors. As you visually see scenes and hear the sounds from the crash, his injuries, and the high-tech surgical theater, then from out of nowhere, you hear the voice of Oscar Goldman, the director of the Office of Scientific Intelligence, played by Richard Anderson, say, "We can rebuild him. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster." You see, with their advanced technology, scientists and doctors were able to turn that horrible accident into something incredible and were able to rebuild and restore his limbs and eyes, making him bionic and giving him superhuman strength, speed, and vision. The horrible accident that should have killed him ultimately contributed to making him better. Epic living is about becoming stronger than you once were. It's about allowing yourself to be rebuilt so that you can withstand more and perform better than you could before your adversity. Adversity is never meant to destroy you. It is meant to refine you and inspire you so that you can become better than you once were and be an encouragement and inspiration to the people around you. Epic living is about learning to leverage the power of excellence, becoming more perceptive, learning to live inspired, and demonstrating more compassion. These four things, excellence, perception, inspiration, and compassion, are the four cornerstones of epic living. One of the perks of my job as an academic is the opportunity to read a lot. Several years ago, I came across a book by Nassim Taleb on the topic of anti-fragility, a term he coined to describe things that improve and get stronger from disruption and agitation. The concept of anti-fragility is markedly different from resilience. Something that is resilient merely bounces back to its original state after adversity. Something that is resilient stays the same, it doesn't improve, but it does bounce back. On the other hand, something that is anti-fragile not only bounces back, but it makes improvements and grows stronger after adversity. Anti-fragility is about transcending and going beyond previous performance baseline. To my surprise, and everybody else who probably read the book, Taleb reported that no word in any known language existed to describe that phenomenon. Despite not being any word to describe it, there are many examples, both in biology and mythology, of anti-fragility in practice. For example, in the human body, when a muscle undergoes stress, say from exercise, during recovery, the damage to the muscle fibers restore themselves to withstand more stress the next time. In other words, the muscles get stronger and more resistant to the previous level of stress, which is why, in order to make strength gains from exercise, you must apply the overload principle and continue to increase your resistance as your body gets stronger. In mythology, the classic example is the Hydra. The Hydra is often referenced in Greek mythology and was bred by Hera to kill Hercules. The Hydra was a creature with 9 heads, and every time Hercules would cut one head off, 2 more would grow back. Anti-fragility is an incredible concept that, when understood, can inspire a person to endure very difficult things in order to improve. It is also applicable at every stage and aspect of life, from childhood deep into adulthood, and physically, mentally, and spiritually. It is ubiquitous. I've once said, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, how much I would love my life to return to how it was before my diagnosis. There were so many things I loved and enjoyed that have been stripped away from me. I was diagnosed with advanced metastatic prostate cancer. This type of cancer destroys your masculinity. It's humiliating, embarrassing, and steals a lot of your joy and vitality for life, if you let it. Sometimes it feels like the best thing is the old thing. To overcome this, I have to live epically. I have to actively and intentionally resist the temptation to desire what once was. One of the biggest mental battles in this entire journey is not just setting my eyes on the prize of one day being cured or in full remission, but using this disease to forge in me a desire to push past my previous expectations and norms to be better than I was before. I truly want to be better, and I believe with all my heart that the adversity and hardship that I have been allowed to go through is for my refining and improvement. I believe yours is too. The people around me and the God I serve are not interested in me going back to the way I was. They need me and want me to be better than I was before. I must accept this as the impetus and fuel that will make me better. Not exactly sure what that looks like, and I'm not exactly sure that I want it, but I know I need it. And believe me, and I believe you need it too. If we can unlearn and relearn what it means to be excellent, how to perceive more accurately, how to live inspired, and how to show more compassion, our lives will have become epic. And then it goes on and introduces what's in the book and the phases and the parts and the chapters and all that. But at any rate, that's the prostate cancer radiation report for day 20. Sorry it's a little longer than usual, but I hope you enjoyed that little excerpt from the forthcoming book about this entire journey. Thank you.